Good morning, everyone. This morning we are going to touch upon a medical subject. In medical subject, we are not going to go into pathology or medical knowledge, biology, psychology, neurology, hormonology, anything like that. But we are going to elaborate about diagnose and prognose. When you go to the doctor is going to put his stethoscope, and his stethoscope doesn't tell anything. Stethoscope just to detect your rhythm. Our rhythm sounds like lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub. Their rhythm. So their time is fixed, they are precise. And when doctor actually listens, the lub-dubs are going in a precise manner. That means our heart is perfect. Everything else is subservient. Everything else is inferior. Everything else doesn't matter. As long as your heart is strong, that is what matters. But important thing today is, title is Accurate Diagnosis, Accurate Prognosis. Inaccurate diagnosis, inaccurate prognosis. Means the most important thing for the doctor is to detect, pinpoint, try to discover, find out very minutely what a person suffers from. There are a number of diseases, they actually precipitate the same kind of symptoms. Like say, for example, if we have a flu, or if we have COVID, or if we have SARS, Ebola, any kind of lung problem, any kind of even heart problem, they all have the same kind of symptom. Lung problem, the person is going to cough. Heart problem also, person is going to cough. Weaknesses, person is going to cough and high temperature. Flu or any kind of flu, you have same kind of symptoms of sneezing, runny nose, runny eye, coughing, high fever, infection in your body. Also check up the temperature. So that doesn't mean that you have been suffering from cold. Person may have infection inside. But doctor must be very, very knowledgeable, must have insight, must have gut knowledge to find out that what that person is actually suffering from. Then and then you are going to recover. Then and then doctor is going to prescribe the right kind of chemical, right kind of content of medicine, right kind of things, right kind of everything. Otherwise, you may have infection in your body and a doctor is going to give you Advil or aspirin, meaning cold medicine. You don't have cold. Your temperature is due to infection that you carry in your body somewhere, inside of your body somewhere in the inner organ. Soft organ has infection. So proper diagnosis, accurate diagnosis is the most important thing to recover, even to avert death, even avert vegetative zombie life. Same thing happened, I told you last time, same thing happened with me. It was the month of Ramadan, I was fasting, my metabolism went into catabolism and my appetite was totally shut off, my digestive system totally shut off. I did not have any kind of symptom of COVID. I went to one doctor, Iqbal Wajah. Iqbal Wajah gave me some medicine for 3 days. After that, he kicked me to his brother, Ilyas Wajah, who did not listen anything, did not pay any heed, did not lend his ear, and he looked at me, he looked at my age, and he sent me immediately for this report that costed about 1,400 other report, 2,200. Then he gave me injection after injection, drug after drug. Nothing happened for 3-4 days. Then he gave me some kind of, saline water, glucose bottles and all that. Nothing at all happened. 7-8 days he was just experimenting me because his diagnosis was wrong. That was not my problem. COVID was not there at all. But once the doctor diagnosed or misdiagnosed and he tells you that you may have COVID, then he cannot change his statement. Otherwise we can sue him. Hey, doctor, you told me that I have COVID. Now you are telling me that I never had COVID. So that is why whatever they lie, they keep lying until eternity. Doctors are the worst killer. Look, I give you a very general example. When the patient goes to the hospital, he walks or is carried inside, but the patient comes out of the hospital dead. Over there, I went to Dr. Khan. Khan actually diagnosed accurately. Every single thing was diagnosed accurately, and within 6 days, I was absolutely cured like stallion. So, at the same time, I found over there a couple of patients actually succumbed to death. But look, they came to hospital alive, left hospital dead. Patient comes to the hospital alive. He goes from the hospital dead, meaning doctor did not save his life, but doctor actually misdiagnosed or diagnosed was inaccurate, and whatever the pathology they were suffering from, doctor could not address that particular pathology, did not target the target. He did not target the target and he was targeting something else. Hence, target was actually aggravated. Like COVID patient was given, say for example, cold medicine. So, COVID is not targeted, but flu is targeted. Now there is no flu. Wrong medicine is going into the body. What happens is that the COVID doesn't get any kind of treatment and COVID aggravates and the patient dies. Patient dies in the hospital 99.9% by the negligent, misdiagnosed by the doctor. So be very, very careful and talk to the doctor what you feel, how you feel, what you think. And that is only the way you are going to help the doctor to diagnose you accurately. Point number one is patient is healed or killed due to diagnosis. If the doctor is going to diagnose you accurately, then we are going to be healed. Otherwise, we are going to be killed. Prognosis means what would be our future, how we are going to live or die. This all depends upon the diagnosis. So diagnosis of the doctor decide the prognosis of our life. Point number two is most doctors guesstimate about the cause of pathology. Most of the doctors just think that he may be suffering from this, he may be suffering from that. Let me try this medicine, and after that, if this medicine doesn't work, I'm going to prescribe him some high potency medicine, and that high potency medicine is definitely proved to be magic wand, and the patient is going to definitely feel good. He doesn't know. At the initiation, at the very first visit, he doesn't know what actually we suffer from. So he is going to prescribe the medicine. That would be experiment, or that would be palliative medicine. Palliative medicines are not curative medicine. Palliative medicine just can suppress the symptoms, just to suppress the symptoms. We think that, wow, doctor, you are the God, you are the demigod on this planet. Okay, within one day, I'm cured, but now you are not cured. Your pathology is still there, your malady is still there. What doctor has done is given you palliative medicine, and palliative medicine has actually suppressed the symptoms only. You don't feel anything. Point number three, get past doctors. Always experiment on the patient. Get past doctors are those that when you go to their hospitals, they are going to give you some kind of medicine to experiment for a couple of days. And nothing happens, you don't get cured, then these doctors are going to kick you to some other doctor. Those doctors who always ask you to go to that doctor or that doctor, they are known as get past doctor. They don't cure anyone. But you go there, they will squeeze you with 500 or 1,000 rupees. After that, they will kick you from their hospital to some other hospital, and that doctor is going to cure you. Like in my case, I went to first doctor, Dr. Iqbal Waja. He kicked me to his brother Ilyas Raja. Ilyas Raja actually cost me about 5,000-6,000 rupees, and after that he kicked me, and I went to Dr. Khan. Dr. Khan cured me. Dr. Khan is a Muslim. Muslim names are not so venerable, I know. But Khan is different. His hospital is small. If you enter in his hospital, you're going to find out that I'm not in a hospital, but I'm in a shambal. But remember, a SC hospital and beautiful hospital and a shiny hospital doesn't cure us. The doctor cures us. There was Dr. Basavada. He was in Mardi Street, and the hospital was in a small room. Room was absolutely dingy. Old furniture, old fans. Every single thing was very dingy. We can look at it and we can find out that we are in 50 years old hospital. But that Dr. Basavada was so sharp. He can look at your face and give you the medicine for 3 days. 3 days later, you are absolutely cured. He can actually bring dead person alive. God bless his soul. He died a couple of years ago. That was the biggest loss to the Junagadh society, to the society of Junagadh, to the sick people of Junagadh. He was the biggest help. Even in the 24 hours, in the wee hour of night, you call him, he's going to prescribe you the medicine. He's going to tell them, go to the 24 hours medicine and call me from there, and I will explain to the druggist what kind of drug he should give. He will wait for you in his bed at 1 o'clock at night. And if you ask him, Sahib, nothing has happened to me, right? I'm going to leave. He say, yeah, you're going to live longer than I will. Why are you worried about that? Look, that was the real old-timer doctor. Like the doctor who has gotten this kind of inspiration from first doctor of the world, Hippocrates. Point number 4. Pinpoint diagnosis can spare our precious life. Pinpoint diagnosis. There is a lady doctor named Basanti Nanamati, God bless her. She can look at the person, look at the lady and say that you are pregnant. She can look at the person's face and say you have a diabetes. She was for a long time, she was our family doctor. So smart and so caring the patient. I took my nephew, he was about 12 years old, and he started chewing gutka. He started bleeding from the mouth. I took him, it was Sunday, I took him to her hospital. She was not there. Her husband says she has gone to Somnath. He called her, I talked to her and she said, give the phone to my husband. She suggested some kind of medicine, and her husband started administering that medicine, and she told me, don't go, I'm coming. I will be there within 2 hours. Look, she actually rushed her car, came to Junagadh just for my nephew. From Somnath temple to Junagadh, she came only for my nephew, for her patient. Today, doctors don't do that kind of thing even for their parents, those vampire Draculas. They don't do that. And she was charging something like 200 rupees only, and she would prescribe very, very affordable medicine. She came, as soon as she came, she did not go anywhere. She did not go to relieve herself. She did not go to washroom. She did not drink water. She did not care about her 2 children. She did not do anything. As soon as she parked the car, came out of the car, rushed into the hospital room where my nephew was admitted. She came, and the first thing she did, she actually moved her hand on his head and told him, you are eating gutka, right? Look, I could not understand. I did not know that he was eating gutka. His parents did not have any kind of clue. But she looked at his face and said that you have been eating gutka. These kind of doctors are all gone. And Few doctors are still there, like Basanti Nanamati and some others that I don't know. Khan is also good. God bless them and God keep them on this planet happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. So keep on working. All other doctors I went to, this was my first experience of hospitalization in my 68 years of life. Neither in America nor here, I've never been hospitalized. But this time, first time I went to 3 doctors and I found that doctors means literally butchers. Butchers. Dr. Khan is a good doctor, caring and sharing doctor. He has a Midas touch. He has magic wand, but he is not cheap. He is also looter and scooter. Excuse me, Mr. Khan, but your hospital is also slaughterhouse for money. So when you go to Care Hospital to Khan, remember, take the money in your bag and bring the medicine in your pocket. He's going to charge you arm and leg. Arm and leg, literally. He's not going to let you go without hefty bill, loss of medicine, some kind of hanky-panky. I don't know what they were doing. They were charging big amount of bills for medicine, but we never saw any kind of this much medicine on my bed. Some kind of hanky-panky was going on, some kind of shenanigans and symbol that they were playing, but God knows. God sees every single thing. God is omnipotent. God is omniscient. And God is omniware. Omniware. God is just. And when you cannot do anything, then you leave every single to God. Everything leave to God, and God is definitely going to do the justice with you. God bless everyone. Thank you very much for listening. See you again some other time. God bless you, everyone on this planet. Amen.